I'm gonna be honest, I was thinking about which one to choose next, and I kind of feel like at the moment I kind of want to rip off the band-aids, and we'll pick Carmen. Let me get that information up. I didn't have it ready. I should have. Carmen, honestly, probably is the roughest one to get into. So, we'll have a time. 17, a glorious age for a girl. Having left her childhood body behind, she enjoys parading the new Carmen. She's fully aware of the heads that turn when she passes by. She'll give them a little bit extra to look at, too. A shake of the hips, a wink of the eye, but no more. Carmen fancies herself a femme fatale, perhaps. But inside, she knows that all she wants is a little bit of attention. From a warm and handsome man, perhaps, who can keep her safe, hold her tight, with a strength that approaches violence. He doesn't need to be as wild as she is, but it wouldn't hurt. I would go to Grandma's house. Is it just me or does Carmen's head look kind of large? I know that's a rude thing to say as soon as you start playing as someone. Oh, someone's face showed up there. Can't touch the crows. Carmen doesn't have time for that. But, yeah, Carmen. The second oldest of the girls. Oh, dude, already we're gonna start doing graffiti. Also, something that we haven't seen before. Which is fun. We did kind of, arguably the graveyard was new last time. But, no graffiti from me. Interesting that it shows Ruby, even though she's, been dealt with. So over here, we have, looks like the girl in white is also over here. We have like a little amphitheater. Maybe I should become a dancer. Big feathers on my head and a spotlight in my face. I can do that. It's a neat, like, pattern of light. I don't really know where that light is coming from, because it's not quite the spotlight here. But it's neat. You keep looking at a bench like you want to sit at it. I guess it's not that bench. There we go. It is that bench. You were just being weird about it, Carmen. Work, work, work. I love to look at it. It makes me feel so lazy, lazy. Oh, come on. Have a seat. Have a kiss. I don't know what that means, Carmen. I guess I get the, like, I don't really want to do work. So if I look at it, that's a little bit better. I don't know. Is the girl in white still here? Not for me. I hear, like, gasps. Kind of seems like she might have bailed. Which is, to be fair, I don't think there's anything here for us. Direction did she bail, though? That direction? At this point, I'm just going to go in a direction and we'll work with it. If I can start running. It is a little annoying to not be able to run sometimes. Give me a minute. I'm working on it. There we go. You can kind of see some scary music is kind of happening, and also there's someone over there. So we probably don't want to go that way. Carmen is very, like, strangely looking at the girl. No, I'm not going back to the path. There's some shiny things over there, though. But we, like, barely start it. And the girl in white's already like, yeah, maybe you don't want to be over there. I believe the, that, like, chain-linked fence was for Carmen. I think her silhouette showed up. Okay, that is such a long process to pick up the flower. If you want to, like, min-max flower picking up, probably don't pick Carmen. I feel like Ruby was pretty quick with it. I think actually Ruby is the fastest run speed, which is a weird thing to say. Like, really min-maxing the game. I guess I did that by choosing someone that can collect most of these things. Like I said, I think I at least know one of the girls is able to collect these last two things. So I kind of min-max with going Ruby to Robin. I should have just gone with the other girl. I don't know if Carmen can actually interact. Well, I know for a fact Carmen cannot interact with one of those items because it was not there. Spoilers, it's at the theater. That was the one that I was really confused about with Ruby. Because Ruby can actually interact with it, but for whatever reason, it doesn't always exist. What are you crawling under that for? It's easier to go around. You're doing it again. Are you actually doing anything? Are we getting anything out of this? That is interesting. It's interactable, and I mean, I'm in it now. They're just stretching. They're not doing anything that's really interacting with it besides the crawl under. I mean, I almost feel like there is definitely a lot. Yeah, that seems like that's all you get out of that. We don't unlock anything. Well, I'm going to throw something out there. I guess that would be like going somewhere you shouldn't. It's, you know, hard to kind of get that from one fence that you could easily just go around, but it's almost like going into a restricted area, right? It's interesting that we really got nothing out of that, though. Besides just having to speculate, but that's video games like this. Let's go check out the graveyard without any werewolves. See if we can interact with anything over here. And at the very least, this will give us a chance to see carcasses, bones. I'm stepping on them. Let's get out of here. It's not my time. I mean, it's kind of similar to Robin's thing with the dead birds. It's not me. See, okay, so wait a minute. You saw who that was for a minute. That was... I don't understand how, maybe that's the grave itself. But like I said, I guess I've never been able to come to the grave with Ruby. I guess you could probably get something from, you could probably get something from, like, getting these items and then playing as Ruby, and she might have dialogue. It's probably as straightforward as that, but it's still, like, an awkward kind of thing, I feel like. Well, let's see if we have any info on the Robin egg. Animals are so cruel, pushing each other out of the nest. Camera shift really threw me off there. I mean, being pushed off the nest at, like, being forced to grow up without feeling like you're ready for it. I'm just spitballing things. I don't know why I'm, like, fully running over here. That music spooked me for some reason. It just felt like it was louder than usual. I don't know. I want it to interact with Bullet. Give me Bullet. A bullet? With my name on it? Alas. Feeling like a target. Pick up that flower. Ooh. I don't really know which way the girl is because the white's kind of all over the place. I think it's over this way. Yeah, it looks like it's this way. While we're running, I can also do the bread and wine. I have to take this to grandmother. Hopefully, this won't take long. I guess a 17-year-old obviously doesn't have time for adults, but hey, I hear this is good for the heart. Yo, can I get in the bathtub? It looks like it. Jump right in there. I guess I have to get closer. Kind of thought she would just do it. Usually they'll kind of choose to interact by themselves, but Carmen's a little stubborn. Really took Carmen a minute there. Oh, Carmen. I guess it might be because I was at the wrong angle for the animation to play out. A little bit of soap and a lot of warm and wet. Never alone anymore. Seems like a disgusting bathtub, honestly, Carmen. I don't think I would ever get in something like that for a bit. Probably should. We'll grab that. Oh, car. Kind of doubtful that I'd have anything to say about it, but... yeah, I don't think I have anything to really say about this. Let's look, though, just in case. Maybe get ourselves out of there. A lot of flowers nearby. I'm no good at math. Are we close to, getting an unlock? We have to, at least with, like, how many of these exist. There it is, the unlock. And by no good at math, I mean I just didn't want to even bother with math. I don't see the symbol. Oh wait, I saw it for a minute. It's easy to get lost on the symbol when, like, the fog is around. Oh, I see what it is. Okay. Honestly, I think all of Carmen's things might actually be where her wolf is at this point. I don't even know, is the girl at white over that way? Kind of looks like she's near it. She might be. I guess right now we'll, because that might be where we're going. Let's see what some of these things say. Let's carve a heart in a tree. But with whose initials? See, Carmen's a romantic. And you kind of get a little bit of that from her blurb. Oh, gross. Who would slaughter a bird in the middle of the forest? I don't know, maybe a wolf? Oh! Oh no, the webbing! What was that interaction? Just assault it? What are you doing, Carmen? See some glowy. I want the glowies. If I get rich, I would need to marry a millionaire. I could choose whomever I want. See, again, the big problem about collecting all the things with Ruby is that we can't use the girl in white to really lead us anywhere. So, like, do I just read everything right now? I think that's back at the amphitheater, actually. Which, again, I don't think there's anything there. But I'm assuming, if I had to guess, the problem that's probably happening with Ruby and with Carmen is... I don't know game development, so I guess I should just say, like, things like I know it. I am assuming what the problem is that the object that they have something, like, technically in their collection for exists here, theoretically, but because it doesn't actually exist here, this is, like, kind of just the dead stop for the girl in white, because there's nothing else for her to look at. If you want to know, the item that they need should be on the stage, like right here in this corner that the camera's shifting us towards. But it is not here. And the girl is just kind of taking too much time in this location specifically. Sit down. Only really got to hear you say one thing. If you notice too with Carmen, the take a seat, come on. If you notice with Carmen, the playground is not available. Please. Try your hardest. There we go, Carmen, you did it. There's a certain rhythm that cannot be resisted. It grabs your limbs and makes you forget. Interact with another thing. Let's do that for now. Syringe, let's go. Guess it's not safe to try this. I guess. At least you don't think it's candy. Teddy bear? Male and female were once one. Separated, we roam the earth in search of our missing half. So again, we don't have the playground available for us because we don't have the indicator on screen. But the teddy bear, which is only found in the playground... Just push me. Stop it. Is something that we still have dialogue for, which is, again, where we kind of have some weirdness with the game. But I don't want to look at the... I don't think I can, like, go past that. I have to just kind of wait for the text to disappear. Nothing about a boot? You don't care about the boot? Not my style. Not my style at all. Not my size either. I feel like that's the more important part, but whatever. Flowers. Flowers. I cannot talk. Flowers. Wish somebody would give some to me. So yeah, I mean, a lot of it is heavily showing Carmen being a bit of a romantic. No balloons for her, though. I did not do the licorice pizza. Let's get the party started. I have the music. Where's the beer? Okay, Carmen. What did you say about the wine before? You, like, said something about it like you didn't ever drink it. I hear this is good for this heart. I guess that could mean that you drank before. I mean, obviously, illegal. You're 17, not allowed to drink. But that's not going to stop anyone. Except for me, because I don't like drinking. We have a couple more things. Look at this gorgeous woman. How can you resist? Again, no playground. I guess that's about the tower, so it's like... It's basically a tall glass of woman? I don't know. We couldn't graffiti. That's not giving us something, though, so that makes sense. And we couldn't do the graves. I'm just double-checking things. Life is such a terrible waste. So we were at the grave, and I don't think I was able to interact with any of them. I think this is the ones that were already filled, but I think it... I could have been mixed up by trying to interact with the skull and with the angel grave that was dug up. But I guess we're basically done. Again, these parts get a lot shorter when there's not much reason to really travel. Let's hear that foreboding music and see what's up with this wolf. Yeah, nothing threatening about a guy with an axe in the woods. I know it's a normal thing to see in the woods, but it's still... No one likes someone with an axe. Is there anything in the shed? The tent is closed, the shack is closed, yet the beer seems fresh, and the fire is still warm. And the girl's just hanging out. Oh, I guess I'm going to get that beer. Fresh out and warm in. Fresh out and warm in. Spinning head and bubbling blood. That's a, like, really small tent for her. I know it's like a child's tent, but it's like, does she even have room to stretch out? Kind of dig the, well, the campfire was the other item we needed. Kind of into this music right now. Light her up. The warm glow caresses my skin, peels me layer by layer until I am pure for you. Thought this was available just to kind of sit at. See if we get any other thing from this. Kind of seems like she just wants to sit. Someone else's face showed up. That's interesting. Oh, something in the shed? It's interesting that, I don't think we were able to try to open this with anyone else. Not that it seems like anything really was gained from that. But yeah, the beer, fire, and the bathtub were what we needed. I'm done trying the shed. Gosh. I could try to go exploring to see if we could get the other item. I don't know if Corman can even use it. The one by the balloon, but I think we just kind of have to do whatever we gotta do here. Like, I mean, that girl seems to be having the time of her life. There's a gramophone. You notice his hat has a wolf on it. I like how he stopped axing when I got close. But he's not really looking at me. I'm trapped. What is he looking at? Where the gramophone was. Oh, we're gonna steal his hat. Oh, he's balding. He's gonna axe me. He's really mad about the hat. What if I can just leave and... The one instance of having an accessory in this game. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought the hat was gone, but it was just like a Jotaro kind of thing. The music's back to normal. Hey, at least there's a well over there. Again, this was not for me, though. Nope. Not for me. I mean, the hat's nice. Look, she's confident about it. She's like, check out my sick hat. Maybe a little too confident. Alright, moving on. Let's grab some flowers, and then I'm actually gonna encounter the wolf for real, I guess. Neat to have this hat, though. Like a comfort hat. I feel like I think there should be like more idle animations, but I'm really not so sure. I mean, I guess stretching's also one. I've been trying with like the other characters to kind of get a look, but I don't know like how frequent. Like, there is a lot of idle animations. I don't know how frequently they would like cycle between anything of interest. Confident pose. Just sitting there. Yeah, I mean, it cycles to stuff we've seen before. I'm not stalling. You can't prove it. Oh, look, he's axing again. You'd think he would want his hat back since it was used to hide his baldness. Can't really interact with him. A weird looking man. Oh, maybe the shed now. Oh, jeez. Don't like when he's just walking behind me. Oh, not the shed. Guess I'll go sit by the campfire. Or accidentally light the campfire again. I meant to sit on the bench, but Carmen's also stalling. Oh, I guess that's not it either. And we still didn't have anything to say about it. Check me out, dude. What are you doing? Maybe me running away caused issues. There's a strong possibility that it did. I don't know if he was supposed to continue axing. So I've like completely stalled now. Just drink some more. That'll do the trick. I believe he was supposed to sit over here once we stole his hat. I've borked it. I've borked it so bad. Oh, now I'm in the fire. I have properly stalled. So it turns out I was right. You had to sit here and just kind of wait. It just takes a long time to wait. But he eventually shows up. And the girl in white just flies off into the distance. As we open up a couple of cold ones. And here we are again. I don't really think there's much to be said about this, or at least not much that we can really sugarcoat with it. God, the way she kind of stands with her arms on her hands on her neck. I don't think that's like a physical thing. I think that's more like emotional, like turmoil. I would say, you know, much like the other characters, there's this information is going to be a bit more blunt inside of Grandmother's house, but obviously I think they Carmen and the lumberjack ended up having sex. Now again, she is 17, so it would have been statutory rape. Um, I I'm gonna say it's statutory. I want to make this clarification, I guess, and I don't mean to say this like a victim blame kind of thing, but it more so it just for overall what we can analyze from the character and from what happened. I think the distinction needs to be made. Obviously, statutory rape is still rape, so again, I don't mean to like try to say that it's a different severity or anything, but it is kind of important to note that Carmen did kind of initiate that by like taking his hat as like a form of kind of flirting. She was very flirtatious towards him. Gotta love that Saw fan. So the reason mainly I bring that distinction, you can kind of see there's going to be a lot of X markings in her version of the house. You might have noticed them too, where the lumberjack was. They basically just, you know, marked the tree that he was cutting down. And what we can kind of maybe get from a lot of the item descriptions that we got from God, the silhouette of her just it is a very, this is probably the hardest chapter I think to like kind of get through. Gosh, so from all of her item things that she has to say, we were able to tell that she was very much a romantic. I don't think, or I don't even know. We're probably not going to really be able to talk about this too much here. You can kind of hear the noises, or rough to kind of get through. I don't think I can really talk through this. Kind of try to just move out of it. But you kind of get what you need to know from some of that. The blurb that we heard read regarding Carmen kind of mentioned that she didn't really like she might have been provocative. Obviously she is younger. She is in that kind of awkward stage of wanting to be an adult but maybe pushing herself too much towards that, which I think is where the like drinking comes from. And yeah, we're kind of at the end here. You can see the tree in the bed. We kind of had to get through that because the noises were rough, but I will talk a little bit more about it now. So, God, okay. I think she initiated the interaction with the man, maybe to, I think probably for something more than just sex. And I think probably he just viewed it as only sex, which is where the like imagery of the trees with the X's on them, they were just another thing for him to cut down. And then in the bed, she probably was represented as that last tree there. And I bring up the statutory aspect of it, mainly because it was something that maybe she tried to initiate and tried to push herself towards a little too much, because she wanted to be viewed as an adult, where she would drink and I would say in that kind of drunken state potentially pushing herself to do something that she regrets with that. And I think when that was just kind of a one-night fling situation, that probably obviously made the whole weight of what happened really crash down on her. It's kind of weird to talk about. I don't remember where, but one of the I think one of the people who created this game talks about the lumberjack man like he's I'm not innocent, not in that in any way, but kind of like more so that he is reserved, and that, like, again with the Carmen initiating thing, he didn't really seem like he was paying much attention to Carmen until she like took his hat and, you know, went to like sit by his campfire. So I would imagine that, I don't know, he probably just really didn't think much of her at all at that point. The developer basically says something along the lines of him just kind of being around, and that maybe Carmen was too much for him, which I don't really know what that means. Not to mention too that they brought up too like that the girl in white, it just hangs out at his camp like as a literal thing. It you know, it all gets a little complicated at that point, and I probably shouldn't even talk about that, because then again, what's a metaphor and what's literal in that instance is unclear. But yeah, that's good news is I think that's probably the hardest one to get through. Bad news is we're only halfway done.